Hello everyone, in today's video I want to share with you all a few tips on setting your goals and achieving them. So I know that we're almost in the whole half of a year already. Time moves so fast, but there are some of us that we made our vision board, we made our list of goals, and unfortunately life gets busy and we kind of faltered off track, or we just trying to figure out how to actually execute some of the goals that we already had set. So I'm sharing with you all a few tips and tricks that I picked up that have helped me so far. So let's get right into it. So if you have seen my last video, which was my introduction video, I explained that I'm working on being more consistent. I'm working on, making the videos, editing them, and putting them up without doubting myself too much. But as I said, this video is about setting your goals and achieving them. Now, I have made countless New Year's resolutions and made goals and plans for my year that I have completely forgotten about until I find back that book that I wrote them in, and I'm skipping through and I'm like, oh yeah, I wanted to get this done. And then I feel bad. So if you're like me and you write it in a book and you're like, yeah, I want to get this done, and then the book disappears, I thought of a new strategy that I did myself, and I've seen where it's really helping me to remember that this is my goal and I want to achieve it. So step one or tip one would be to create a vision board / vision wall, goal wall. Basically, you take a wall in your room or a corner and you either make a vision board and you put it on it, or you take the entire wall and you put your vision on it in picture form, in word form, whatever is your creative expression, you do that. Part A would be to write down the goals that you want to achieve this year, because sometimes we are making vision boards and we're putting in stuff that when you think about it, it won't be able to be accomplished by this year, right? So like, I have a vision board that I made. It's in the back right there, that photo on the wall. It was made from last year, and the reason why I still have it up is because I noticed that some of the goals that are on it in picture form are stuff that I would not have been able to achieve last year. So that's why I came up with this strategy to write down only the goals that you know you're going to be able to achieve this year. You write those down. Once you have those down, which would be tip 1A, tip 1B would be to create a vision board. So you can either make a small one, like what I have on my wall here, or I made this on Canva, by the way, or you can have it printed out big as a poster, or you can have a vision wall. That's what I want to do, where you take a wall in your room or a corner and you basically just put your vision and your pictures on it. Because I'm a visual learner, so being able to go through my day-to-day and see it on the wall in my room or somewhere just kind of motivates me continuously to be like, yeah, I want to achieve that goal in the next 3 months. But not everybody likes the whole art picture wall design thing. A lot of people like to be minimalist, in that sense. If you're the type of person that you want to write it down and all you need to do is write it down, then go ahead, journal it in your journal, write it down, do it however you think is best for you. But for those who are more on the artsy side like me, or need like a physical reminder, a vision wall or a vision board is a great way to start, so you always remember your goals as you go through the year. Now, my tip number 2 would be to break your goals down into quarters of the year. So, I don't know if I said it correctly there, so let me explain more. I noticed that sometimes I set goals, and because life gets so busy, I completely forget. That's just me. I completely forget sometimes. It's not that I'm not motivated or that I don't want to do it. It's just that sometimes I tell myself, okay, I'm gonna start stretching every day, and then the week gets by and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start now, and then by the time I look, it's the end of the week and I haven't started. So time just flows by really quickly, and that kind of, sometimes we procrastinate. I procrastinate. So what I've learned, what I've noticed works a little bit better for me in achieving certain goals is splitting them up into quarters of the year. So 1 year has 4 quarters. So it's basically like every 3 to 4 months. So you figure out what your goals are and you basically give yourself a time limit to achieve it. So say for example, your goal is to not eat a certain food anymore. You give yourself a limit. So you tell yourself that, okay, I'm not gonna eat this food for a month or 2 months or 3 months. Whatever works best for you, take it into stages. Do it in small amounts. Because sometimes you put it down on paper and you say, I'm not gonna eat dairy for a year. And because you like dairy, you like ice cream, you like all those stuff, seeing it on paper, oh, I'm not gonna eat it for a year, it's like, oh my gosh, that's such a long time. But if you were to write it down and say, I'm not gonna eat dairy for a week or 2 days or a month, it's a lot less mentally. So basically you're tricking your brain to think that you're doing it the easier way when you know deep down that the end result is to stay away from dairy for an entire year. So basically you take your goals and you split them up into smaller, less intimidating chunks. So that way you're able to trick your mind to be productive and achieve these goals and work for you, not against you. And we can also stop procrastinating. So that's all I have for you guys in today's video. I do have more tips. If you would like me to share more tips, which I still am gonna share more tips, just share your feedback. If you have a tip or a suggestion that you also have learned works for yourself, share it with everybody else by putting it in the comment section. I know that we've already gone so many months in the year, but it's not too late to pick up and start again. It's not too late. I know a lot of us started off the year really strong and said, hey, I'm doing this, and then somewhere along the line we faltered. It's okay, get up and let's start again. We can do this together. Okay, remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengtheneth you. That's Philippians 4 verse 13. And I'm not too small to make a difference. So let's make a difference, not just in our own lives, but in the lives of others. So I hope you all have a blessed day, and God bless you all. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.